Newark, New Jersey, welcome to the greatest show on dirt.
Tonight, the best drivers in the world
and the greatest fans in the world unite.
With one goal, to win the championship.
Champions don't give up.
And champions don't back down.
Because of you, Monster Jam is as big as it gets.
And we're about to take you on the ride of your life.
So I have one question.
Newark, New Jersey.
Are you ready?
Are you ready for Monster Jam?
New Jersey, this is JCB Racing. 8 drivers have been randomly selected into the bracket. They're going to be competing against each other, but only 4 can make it to the semifinal round. New Jersey, I need to hear you if you're ready for JCB Racing. Let's get it.
Keep that energy going. We're going to kick things off with a father and son duo going head to head. We got Jamie Garner overboard, going up against his son, Zach Garner, wild side. Monster Jam trucks are fired up. They're going to be focusing their attention on the race lights on opposite ends of the arena. We're ready to go green.
Let's hear it for Zach Garner, wild side.
Super glue glued to the action replay. Zach Garner and Wildside cutting those turns with precision and perfection. Moving on now to the semifinals, besting his own dad in the first round 1 race of the JCB Racing competition. Once again, Zach Garner and Wildside moving on to the semifinals. Approaching the line, Fernando Martinez, El Toro Loco. And his friend and challenger, Weston Anderson, Gravedigger.
Let's hear it for Weston Anderson, Gravedigger.
Monster Jam fans, Weston Anderson and Gravedigger will be moving on to the semifinals, but I do want to draw your attention to the track right now. Our tech officials dressed in yellow are swapping out a gray turn cone. So if a driver crushes that or pushes it out of bounds, it is an automatic disqualification, and that's what we witnessed here with Fernando Martinez in El Toro Loco. The goal is for these drivers to cut those corners nice and tight, but again, if they crush it or push it out of bounds, it is an automatic disqualification, paving the way for Weston Anderson and Gravedigger to move on to the semifinals. Continuing on with our next matchup, John Gordon, Bad Company. And his opponent, Jamie Sullivan, Sparkle Smash.
Making a comeback, John Gordon, Bad Company.
Well, the good luck and talent remains for John Gordon in Bad Company, the second time this weekend, making his way to the semifinals. Our final matchup in JCB Racing Round 1 has Brianna Mahan, Bailey Circuit, facing off against Cole Vennard, Black Pearl. New Jersey, that one was too close to call. We're going to kick it up to the super glued to the action replay as our Monster Jam officials review the videotape. They were very evenly matched, but this overhead shot is going to determine the winner, whose BKT tires cross the finish line first, and that is Cole Vennard, Black Pearl. Let's take a look at the JCB Racing bracket just to see how we got here to the semifinals. So we just witnessed a nail biter between Bailey Circuit and Black Pearl, with Black Pearl's BKT tires crossing the finish line first. Jumping back up the bracket, Bad Company's John Gordon. His winning streak continues in the semifinals, having faced off against Jamie Sullivan in Sparkle Smash. Then we saw the disqualification of El Toro Loco's Fernando Martinez. hitting and crushing that turn cone, paving the way for Weston Anderson and Gravedigger to snag the win. And that very first matchup with father and son going head to head, it was the young gun, Zach Garner and Wildside, took the win.
All right, New Jersey, this is the semifinal round of JCB Racing. 4 of our fastest drivers have made it to this point, but only 2 can make it to the final round. I need to hear you, New Jersey. You ready for more JCB Racing? Let's get it.
We got the first matchup in the semifinals. He's a JCB World Finals Racing champion, Zach Garner, Wildside. And your 4-time undefeated Arena Series champion, Weston Anderson, Gravedigger. Who's gonna make it to the JCB Racing Finals? It's time to find out.
Let's hear it for Weston Anderson, Gravedigger.
That super glue to the action replay with the overhead shot showed a really exciting race pass by both competitors, but ultimately Weston Anderson and Gravedigger will be taking on the JCB Racing Finals for the second time this weekend. The only question is, who will be joining him? Will it be the driver who has made a comeback, John Gordon, Bad Company? Or will it be a veteran competitor, the pirate himself, Cole Bernard, Black Pearl?
Let's hear it for John Gordon, Bad Company.
It all comes down to this. The 2 fastest drivers have advanced into the JCB Racing Finals, and the first 8 points of the event are on the line. So New Jersey, I got one question. Are you ready to meet your JCB Racing Finals contenders? We're calling him the Comeback Kid. Here his second appearance in the JCB Racing Finals this weekend, John Gordon, Bad Company. And from Kill Devil Hills, North Carolina, he took the JCB Racing win last night. Can he do it again? This is the ultimate rematch right now. Weston Anderson, Gravedigger, John Gordon, Bad Company. Both drivers pulling to the line. New Jersey, it's go time!
Let's hear for John Gordon, Bad Company. Wow.
Put your hands together for John Gordon, Bad Company. Taking not only the JCB Racing win, but his first competition win on the 2025 season. The last time he competed here in Monster Jam was back in 2024. So we're calling him the comeback kid because this weekend he is making everyone remember what a fierce competitor he is.
John Gordon, everybody, man, so proud of you. You know, you've been gone for so long. How's it feel to come back and come back strong?
You know what, Jabari, we're just out here this weekend. We're having fun. That's what it's all about this weekend. And you know what? It's been a blast so far. My buddy Weston, I got to run him in the finals. He's got me both times I've ever ran him, so I finally got one up on him. And we're just here to have fun for the rest of the weekend. And two-wheel skills is next. Not really my thing, but I'm going to come out here and have fun and not worry about the results. And I bet I end up doing better.
That is incredible. Ladies and gentlemen, your JCB Racing champ right here, John Gordon, Bad Company.
Congratulations one more time to John Gordon in Bad Company. 8 points at the top of the BKT overall event leaderboard, but 1 point behind is Weston Anderson in Gravedigger. And then rounding out the top of the leaderboard, you got Cole Vernard in the Black Pearl and Zach Garner in Wildside, each with 4 points going into our second phase of the competition, which is going to be our two-wheel skills challenge. Now, in this phase of the competition, our drivers are going to have 2 opportunities to showcase their biggest and best moves just on 2 or sometimes even 1 BKT tire. Now, you guys, the fans, are going to have the opportunity to score our drivers accurately and fairly using judgeszone.com. But before we do that, I'm joined at the desk right now with Julian and his dad, Mike. And I know, Julian, this is your first time here at Monster Jam. He's a little shy. So, Dad, I have a feeling he has a favorite truck. Do you want to share his favorite truck with everybody?
Jules, what's your favorite truck, buddy?
Gravedigger. Oh, we got a Gravedigger! Any other Gravedigger fans in the house? Awesome. New Jersey. Can everybody do me a favor? Can everybody say, hi, Julian? Julian, can you wave to everybody? Can you wave? No, Julian's a little shy, but I have a feeling he's going to get really happy very quickly because we're going to play a game called our Monster Jam Mini Jams Race. Okay, so let's look at the television right there, Julian. We got 3 Monster Jam trucks, El Toro Loco, Gravedigger, and Megalodon. Those trucks are going to race. Julian, who do you think is going to win the race? Who do you want to win the race? Gravedigger. I had a funny feeling on that one. Gravedigger. All right, Julian, let's see if you're right. Let's put them to the line in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. They are off to the races. Gravediggers starting off really strong, Julian. We got El Toro Loco in second, Megalodon in third. Coming around the turn, El Toro Loco now. Oh no, Gravedigger is in second. I don't know. Who's it going to be? New Jersey, yell it out. Who do you want it to be? Coming around the final turn. Who won? win?
Grave digger.
Grave digger. Julian, you were right. Congratulations. He also has a grave digger bubble wand in his hand right now. So he truly is an amazing little grave digger fan. Dad, what made you want to come to Monster Jam, truly?
Well, I'm sorry, what was that?
What made you want to come to Monster Jam?
Julian is a big fan of the Grave Digger. I'm a big fan of Overboard. First time here, very happy, very honored to be here, and thanks for having us.
Well, it's awesome to have you guys here, and I want to do something a little extra special. I don't think Julian has ever met any of the drivers. So at the end of the event, I'm going to send you to our post-event meet and greet, where you guys can actually meet all the Monster Jam superstars, including Weston Anderson and Grave Digger. Do you want to meet Grave Digger? We're going to take that nod as a yes, please. All right, Monster Jam fans, give it up for Julian for coming to Monster Jam. And, of course, Dad Mike, a fan of Overboard, Jamie Garner. And if you guys are interested in joining the post-event meet and greet, just scan that QR code right there on the video board while supplies last. The cutoff will be halftime again. And at the end of the event, you'll have the opportunity, just like Julian, to meet the Monster Jam superstars. It's officially time for our two-wheel skills challenge. Now remember, our drivers are going to try a couple of different tricks out there on the track, but I don't want to tell you about the tricks. I want you to hear from our superstars.
Monster Jam fans, you know, Monster Jam is completely unscripted. What happens, happens. And this has to be the only sport where fans can actually score to crown the overall event champion. I'm going to show you guys how we use that tool right now. Take out your cell phones, go to your phone browser, and go to judgeszone.com. judgeszone.com. We also have this QR code that will take you to judgeszone.com. All right? NEW is your city code. Yeah, we see you. NEW is that city code on judgeszone.com. You can also scan, like I said, this QR code. Now, this is where all the magic happens. Either myself or Christina will let you know when scoring is open. You're going to move that BKT tire into the green to score the highest, or down in the red to score low. Then you're going to have 20 seconds to lock in those scores. Now, this is cool. We have an expert judge somewhere in the house. Now, their score is going to make up 50%. Your score is going to make up 50%. We're going to get that combined score and put them together. And that is how it works. Get out those phones. Get judgeszone.com ready. And let's get ready for more Monster Jam.
Our first competitor in the two-wheel skills challenge, Jamie Garner, Overboard.
Let's hear it for Jamie Garner, overboard. Scoring is open. This is the time to go to judgeszone.com. 20 seconds. Let's lock in those scores.
First competitor in the two-wheel skills challenge, one of our veteran drivers, Jamie Garner in overboard. That super glue to the action replay shows him lining up with our double log stack. And then from there goes into a popper on the front BKT tires. Let's see what you guys thought at judgeszone.com. Scores are locked in, a 5.992. Again, a 5.992. That will be the score to beat in the two-wheel skills challenge. Continuing on with our next competitor, let's get a little crazy for Fernando Martinez, El Toro Loco. You can actually see a live shot of him in that Monster GM truck as he's coming around the track, ready to make his first hit in the two-wheel skills challenge. Gets the popper, finds the balancing point, shifts the weight to the right front BKT tire, dances it forward while maintaining the control. Starts to pivot the Monster Jam truck before putting it down on all four BKT tires. Goes for the stoppie, balances it on the nose for the second attempt, kicks it into reverse, up the ramp for the moonwalk, back down the other side, tries for the combination move, but is not able to stick the landing.
Let's hear for Fernando Martinez, El Toro Loco. Scoring is open, judgeszone.com. Lock in those scores.
We saw some nice combinations there from Fernando Martinez and El Toro Loco. Few more seconds to lock in those scores. Remember, now's your time to compare. Score to beat is overboard with a 5.992. There he is, Monster Jam fans. The scores are locked in. Let's take it up to the video board. At 8.435, he seems to like that one. 8.435, new score to beat. Super glue to the action replay. A little reminder of what you guys just witnessed. Anytime the drivers are on the front BKT tires, that's what we call a nose wheelie, where the drivers are literally looking at the dirt while balanced in that vertical position. It takes, truly, it's a very meticulous thing to pull off in that Monster Jam truck, and it takes a lot of control to find the balancing point on a 12,000-pound Monster Jam truck. Continuing on with our next competitor, she's going to bring a little sparkle to the track. It's Jamie Sullivan, Sparkle Smash. Up the ramp with the moonwalk while still maintaining that vertical positioning on the nose. Is she bringing it back down the other side? Yes, she is. Lines it up with the double log stack. Gets those BKT tires positioned perfectly before hitting the throttle. Looks like she might be going for the popper. And she's going for the popper. Aiming to keep the control down the ramp for the second attempt.
Let's hear it for Jamie Sullivan, Sparkle Smash. Scoring is open, judgeszone.com, lock in those scores.
All right, Monster Jam fans, you guys know what to do. Your time to compare. You guys are the judges here at judgeszone.com. You've seen Fernando Martinez in El Toro Loco, which is the driver to beat currently in this phase of the competition. 2 solid attempts from Jamie Sullivan in a Sparkle Smash. Score to beat is that 8.435. The score for Sparkle Smash is 8.452. New leader, new score to beat. Jamie Sullivan, a former Rising Star of the Year here at Monster Jam. Take a look at that super glue to the action replay. Honing her skills over these last 3 seasons, really showcasing great progress and impeccable control with those 2-wheel skills. Making her way onto the track, our next competitor, Brianna Mahan, Bailey Circuit.
Let's hear it for Brianna Mahan, Bailey Circuit. Scoring is open, judgeszone.com.
Showing a little bit of love to both ends of the arena with those stoppies into nose wheelies, kicks it into reverse for the moonwalk on opposite ends and opposite ramps for Brianna Mahan in Bailey Circuit. So let us know what you guys thought at judgeszone.com. And we got a signature hair flip coming out of that Monster Jam truck. Let's see what you guys thought. Remember, Sparkle Smash is the score to beat in 8.452. The score for Bailey Circuit is a 7.438. 7.438. That'll put her currently in 3rd place in the 2-wheel skills challenge. 4 competitors down, 4 to go. Everyone is eager to earn the next 8 points of the competition that are on the board right now. Let's see what you guys thought. We are getting word from the pit area that there is an issue with the front 3rd member of El Toro Loco. Our UNOH technicians are going to be working behind the scenes to fix the issue with that Monster Jam truck and to see if he would be able to come back to Monster Jam Freestyle. Now, during halftime, Jabari will have an opportunity to actually speak with Danny Gonzalez, the crew chief of El Toro Loco, and report back with an update going into Monster Jam Freestyle. Continuing on with our next competitor, your JCB Racing winner, John Gordon, Bad Company.
Let's hear it for John Gordon, Bad Company. Scoring is open, judgeszone.com, lock in those scores.
John Gordon in Bad Company, struggling a little bit with those attempts. The first one, he was trying to go for a combination with going into a popper, back down, and going back into a second popper. Wasn't able to get that push, that gusto to really put it on the nose. Second attempt there into the stoppie, into reverse up the ramp. Super glue to the action replay. Your reminder as you guys are locking in those scores, a 3.689, 3.689 for John Gordon in Bad Company. Three competitors remain in the two-wheel skills challenge. Holding on to the top spot, Jamie Sullivan in Sparkle Smash with the 8.452. Will she take it to the end and walk away the winner? We got three competitors standing in her way. The next one hails from Kill Devil Hills in North Carolina. Our former Rookie of the Year, Weston Anderson, Grave Digger. Looks like he might be lining up to execute a bicycle. We haven't seen that yet here in the two-wheel skills challenge. Kicking that Monster Jam truck all the way into reverse, hits the throttle. Here we go, puts it on the side, BKT tires, slows it down. Goes for the sidewall save and back on all four BKT tires.
Let's hear it for Weston Anderson, Grave Digger. Scoring is open, judgeszone.com, lock in those scores.
A smooth and slow motion sidewall save on that one. uses the elevated obstacle to essentially kick the Monster Jam truck on the side BKT tires before rotating it kind of like a donut, but only on the side BKT tires. All right, let's see how this one's going to play out. Score to beat is Sparkle Smash at 8.452. The score for Grave Digger is a 9.241. 9.241. Excuse me. A 9.241. New leader, new score to beat goes to the black and green wrecking machine. The super glue glued to the action replay. Up there on the video board right now, maintaining all of that control for a good 20 plus seconds on that one before bringing it back down to all 4 BKT tires. The second one, though, was the showstopper with the bicycle, with the sidewall save, making those revolutions before setting it back down to center. A 9.241 is the score to beat with 2 competitors remaining. Next up, he is a World Finals champion, Zach Garner, Wildside. Dancing, a 12,000-pound Monster Jam truck there on the center pod. On those front BKT tires, brings it back down. Tries for the combination for the attempt number 1. Going for the bicycle, slow motion. Get the rotations going. Zach Garner, wild side.
Let's hear for Zach Garner, wild side. Judgeszone.com, let's lock in those scores, 20 seconds.
Zach Garner in wild side, a solid performance from one of our World Finals champion winners right there. Let's see how this translates into scores, though. We did see 2 successful bicycles, one by Weston Anderson in Gravedigger, the other by Zach Garner in Wildside. Let's take it up to the video board because the scores are locked in. An 8.912, super respectable score, good enough to put him currently in 2nd place in the 2-wheel skills challenge. We got 1 competitor remaining. Put your hands together for 2-time Arena Series champion, Cole Venard, Black Pearl. hands together for Cole Vennard, Black Pearl. Scoring is open at judgeszone.com for our final competitor in the two-wheel skills challenge. Take a look at the super glue. Glued to the action replay. Hits the double log stack. Goes into the sky wheelie. We haven't seen that throughout the competition. Nice vertical positioning. Great pop in the air as he lands on the back two BKT tires and then pogos forward on all four. Let's see what you guys thought. Scores are locked in at judgeszone.com. Let's take it up to that video board. A 7.788 fifth place, but that means the winner of the two-wheel skills challenge is the black and green wrecking machine, Weston Anderson, Gravedigger. An impressive run from Weston Anderson in Gravedigger, securing the next 8 points of the event. Come on, New Jersey. Make some noise. Let them hear you.
One more time for Weston Anderson, y'all. Wow. Nice bicycle, man. What was going through your head when you did that?
Man, I knew I had to stay calm in that truck. I couldn't get too excited. I got excited last night and I flipped the truck over in a bicycle, so I said, easy, easy, easy. Okay, now hit it. And it worked out just right, man. Hopefully we can get some more bicycles like that during freestyle.
Freestyle is definitely coming up. You know, I think you got to keep your eye on John Gordon, you know, because he's making a big comeback. He beat you in racing, so you got to look out for him in freestyle.
Hey, I'm going to go ahead and call John Gordon out right now. I bet you that Gravedigger truck is going to fly higher than Bad Company, and that's a promise, baby. How many of you guys want to see that black and green wrecking machine soar through the air?
Weston Anderson, everybody, Gravedigger. Monster Jam fans, if you ready for some more, let me hear you say, oh yeah. It is time for our FMX riders. Here they come. Let's hear it a little bit louder. Come on, New Jersey. Yeah. All right, each rider is going to do a couple of practice jumps for you before we get into the best trick competition. And let's go with Brendan Riordan first up to the plate. Brendan Riordan lining up. Woo! Coming up next, AJ Rosebrill. Wow, up next, Cameron Sepulveda. That's Sepulveda. Coming up next, Josh Hedford. Round of applause for our FMX riders. These guys are going to jump again, starting with Brendan Riordan. AJ Rosebrill. Cameron Sepulveda. Josh Hedford. Wow, these guys are going to go around one more time. Make some noise, New Jersey! Wow. These guys going to go around one more time. Let's hear it for Brendan Riordan from Worcester, Massachusetts right there. AJ Rosebrill from Chicago. Cameron Sepulveda from Fort Lauderdale, Florida. And last but not least, Josh Hedford from North Carolina. Round of applause for our FMX riders. That's what I'm talking about. Man, oh man. These guys are bad to the bone, decades combined of experience, and they're going to show out for you right now. It is time for the FMX Best Trick Competition. Each rider is going to have one attempt to fly high in the sky and do one stunt in midair. It is up to you who the winner is. We're going to be using judgeszone.com. New Jersey, you ready for FMX Best Trick? Let's get it.
That energy going. We got our first competitor out of Worcester, Massachusetts, Brendan Reardon. Brendan Reardon piloting the Honda 450. He's going to be setting the bar for his fellow competitors as the first one up in the FMX Best Trick competition. He's been with us here at Monster Jam for many seasons, traveling the nation, competing. What does he have in store?
Brendan Reardon with the cliffhanger. Judgeszone.com, 20 seconds, lock in those scores.
Super glue, glue to the action replay. Focus on those feet and the ankles. He hooks them onto the handlebars on that bike and then fully stands up his body. It all happens in a split second before he contracts, sits back on the bike, and then lands on that FMX safety bag. Let's see what you guys thought at judgeszone.com. A 7.743. That's going to be the score to beat in the FMX Best Trick competition. I heard a couple of oohs and ahs just now. Remember, Monster Jam fans, you guys got all the power here. So make sure you have those smartphones out, set to judgeszone.com, and score accurately and fairly. Continuing on with our next competitor from Chicago, Illinois, AJ Rosebrill. He's been riding for an impressive 25 years. And not only has he rode competitively here in the United States, but he also did a tour in China for about a year. So national and international accolades.
AJ Rosebrill with the whip. Judgeszone.com, lock in those scores, 20 seconds.
A huge tail whip courtesy of AJ Rosebrill. Take a look right there. Body and bike move as one. He does a full 90-degree turn right there. Really, really cool. But was it enough to take over the top spot, which is currently held by Brendan Reardon with that 7.743? Let's take it up to the video board. It was good enough at 8.184, which means we got a new leader and a new score to beat in the FMX Best Trick competition. 2 competitors down, 2 to go. Coming up next, Cameron Supovala. From Fort Lauderdale, Florida, he's piloting the Yamaha YZ 250 two-stroke bike. Let's see how he is able to make an impact in the FMX Best Trick competition. He's competed here at Monster Jam in places like Puerto Rico, Mexico City, Canada, and of course, right here in Newark, New Jersey.
Cameron Sepulveda there with the Superman backflip. Wow. Judgeszone.com, 20 seconds.
Impressive stuff with that Superman backflip. So it's a variation on the backflip. So you can see right there, as he does the rotation while he's upside down, he fully extends his body on a horizontal plane so that he's almost parallel with the bike. So really impressive stuff. Score to beat in 8.184, which is AJ Rosebrill. The score for Cameron Sepulveda is a 9.579, 9.579, new leader, new score to beat. But we have one competitor remaining. From Asheville, North Carolina, it's Josh Hetford. Similar to that of his other competitors, he's been doing this for over 2 decades.
Cordova backflip there from Josh Hetford. Wow. JudgesZone.com locking those scores.
All right. Down to what you, the Monster Jam fans, think. That was an impressive variation on the backflip. He extends his body forward, so his ribcage actually extends in front of the bike. His back is swayed so that he has that undulation of his spine during the rotation. How does that translate into scores? Remember, score to beat is a 9.579. The score for Josh Hetford is a 9.288, super respectable score for second place, but that means the winner of the best trick competition goes to Cameron Sepulveda.
Now, New Jersey, you guys a little bit too quiet. You guys want more FMX? Right now, these guys are going to do their best tricks. We're going to do something called the Monster Jam Train. This is how it works. They're going to go back to back to back, nonstop, doing their best tricks. Now, for these guys to get started, I need everybody in here to go choo-choo. There we go. One by one, they're flying. Wow. How about that? But wait a minute. I don't think they're done yet. You want to see the Monster Jam Train again? Everybody go choo-choo. Ah, yeah. There you go. Wow. And now look here, New Jersey. I think you guys could do better for these FMX riders. You want to see the Monster Jam Train again? Over here, you want to see the Monster Jam Train again? Let me hear ya. Over here this side. Let me hear ya. How about over here? Let me hear ya. Now this side. Everybody, choo-choo! I love it. I love you, New Jersey. One more time. Here they go. Oh, yeah. One more time for FMX riders. Choo-choo. I love you, New Jersey. Woo! These guys risk their lives coming out here. Lord knows some of us can't even ride a bicycle. Wow, here he is. Your best trick FMX competition winner for the 5th time, I want to say, in a row. Cameron Sepulveda here. Okay, so you won all in Sunrise. You won last night. You just won now. How are you doing this? What's going on? Are you putting a spell on these beautiful people?
I don't know. I'm just coming out here and doing my thing, and you guys seem to love it. These super flips are a pretty cool trick, and I've been working on them a lot. And to get the gratitude from the crowd is pretty awesome.
That's cool, man. How long have you been riding? What's your story?
So I grew up racing motocross from like 7 to 17, and then took a break, went to college, got a job, and then started doing freestyle about 3 years ago, and have been full-time doing it since. I love it. It's my passion. It's what I've always wanted to do. And if you're a little kid and this is something you want to do, don't let anyone deter your dreams. You can always do it, and just make sure you're safe and wear your protective gear and start out small.
What's your favorite part about riding these FMX bikes? They look so fun. Do you start like with training wheels, or I don't know how that works?
Yeah, I mean, if you're a young kid, you can start with training wheels. They got balance bikes nowadays too, little electric bikes that you can start learning on. And really, by the time you're 3 or 4, I mean, you can start riding a real dirt bike. So yeah, my favorite part is just getting to ride with all these guys and getting to travel the country and just have fun with my friends every day.
Cameron Sepulveda, everybody, your FMX competition winner. Now, New Jersey, before I get out of here, I need everybody in here to go completely crazy if you're ready for more Monster Jam. Come on, yeah. Love you, New Jersey. We've reached the pinnacle of today's event. This is Monster Jam Freestyle. Let's hear it for Cole Bernard, the Black Pearl. Scoring is open, judgeszone.com.
Starting off strong with those wow moments. Some nice big air courtesy of Cole Bernard in the Black Pearl. He's going to be setting the bar for his fellow competitors, just like every first competitor in each competition does. So he's going to be setting the bar. You guys got to score at judgeszone.com. As you take a look at that super glue to the action replay, let us know what you thought. For Cole Bernard in the Black Pearl. Nice sky wheelie right there. Lands on those back two BKT tires. Scores are locked in. Let's take it up to that video board. A 7.384 and a 7.384 will be the score to beat in Monster Jam Freestyle. Giving him an opportunity to fire that Monster Jam truck to go back into his pit stall so that we can continue on with the competition. Yesterday he had some issues with his transmission, needed to actually do a full transmission swap, but that truck sounds like it's in great shape for the second event. Continuing on with our next competitor, we call her the Princess of Carnage, Brianna Mahan, Bailey Circuit.
Let's hear it for Brianna Mahan, Bailey Circuit. Scoring is open, judgeszone.com. Locking those scores.
Let us know what you guys thought of the Princess of Carnage, Brianna Mahan, Bailey Circuit. Got some awesome jumps throughout that. She did take full advantage of the 75-second time, as well as all the different obstacles that are down there on the track, most notably that double log stack. Come on, Monster Jam fans. Let's lock in those scores. Score to beat Black Pearl is 7.384. The score for Bailey Circuit is a 7.983. 7.983. New leader, new score to beat in Monster Jam Freestyle. The 2025 St. Jude Ambassador of the Year, Jamie Garner, Overboard.
Make some noise for Jamie Garner, Overboard. Scoring is open, judgeszone.com. Let's lock in those scores.
A little bit of spark at the end of that one for Jamie Garner in Overboard. Got some nice air. Take a look at that super glue to the action replay. That's your reminder as you guys are sliding the BKT tire up or down and clicking submit on the score that you feel he deserves for that run. Scores are locked in. Look at that air right there on the super glue to the action replay. Let's see what you guys thought. The score for Jamie Garner and Overboard making its way onto the video board right now. A 7.142. Again, a 7.142. That'll put him currently in third place in Monster Jam Freestyle. Now, Monster Jam fans, hope you're having an amazing time with us. We kind of talked about this during trackside, but Monster Jam World Finals is going back to Salt Lake City, Utah. Next year, we would love to see you guys there, so keep up to date with us at monsterjam.com and across all social media platforms for the details.
Monster Jam fans, I'm here with Masad. Are you having a good time?
Yes, I am.
Awesome. We're going to play a little Monster Jam trivia. Let's see what we got. Well, we can go ahead and eliminate toothpaste, clearly. What do you think?
What you say? D? D.
She says it's D. Let's see if she's right. Fiberglass. Yeah. We got awesome here 2025 program for you. And enjoy that. Yeah, you guys have fun here at Monster Jam. Let's get back to it.
So Monster Jam fans, again, that amazing opportunity to get in on the fight with our partners over at St. Jude Children's Research Hospitals. The fundraising efforts are still going on, not for much longer. So again, we might go ahead and put that QR code up there one more time for you guys to take advantage of it. Jamie Sullivan in Sparkle Smash is in the lead right there. And I'm actually joined here at the desk with the little young fan who loves Sparkle Smash. You got 2 Sparkle Smash right there. That's absolutely amazing. Do you love Sparkle Smash?
Yeah, I got this one from my I just got.
Yeah.
I think it was
She got her Sparkle Smash and she brought them with her. Now, Monster Jam fans, I see a truck on the track right now. Could we be jumping into Monster Jam Freestyle? I don't know. Monster Jam officials, are we going back in action yet? All right, before we get back into that action, again, remember, up there on the leaderboard, scan the QR code right next to my new friend. All the drivers' names are going to pop on up, and you guys can make that generous donation. Look at her. She knows how to do a wheelie. Look at this, Monster Jam fans. Can we put her on the front BKT tires? There we go. That's a nose wheelie. So we got the wheelie on the back BKT tires, the wheelie on the front BKT tires. She's a future Sparkle Smash driver here at Monster Jam. Can you wave to everybody? Can you wave to everybody? And now take your attention up there to that video board for our next competitor. 25 seconds remain on the clock. He's lining up with the Morgan and Morgan backflip ram. Could we be seeing a backflip from El Toro Loco? 15 seconds on the clock. Kicks it into reverse. The smoke. The throttle. The backflip. And he gets the save.
Make some noise for Fernando Martinez, El Toro Loco. Scoring is open, judgeszone.com. Let's lock in those scores.
A fierce freestyle by Fernando. Gets the Morgan and Morgan backflip. Ends it with the stopping. And Monster Jam fans, he just surpassed Jamie Sullivan in Sparkle Smash as the St. Jude Ambassador of the Night with 50% of those donations. So that means for 2 events in a row, you guys supported Fernando Martinez and El Toro Loco as our St. Jude Ambassador of the Night. Let's take it up to the video board, see what you guys thought of those scores in Monster Jam Freestyle. 9.280. New leader, new score to beat. Fernando Martinez jumps to the top of the freestyle leaderboard and is going home your St. Jude Ambassador of the Day. Super glued to the action replay up there right now. Take a look at that Morgan & Morgan backflip. Gets a little bit of that rotation there. Puts it on the side BKT tires for a moment. I thought he might have flipped on over, but he was able to make the save. El Toro Loco, score to beat, 9.280. Those bells only mean one thing. Who's ready for Grave Digger?
Let's hear it for Weston Anderson, Grave Digger. Scoring is open. JudgesZone.com. Let's lock in those scores.
Weston Anderson in Grave Digger showing us great variety, solid skill, combination moves, keeping you on your toes and at the edge of your seat during that freestyle run. How does that translate, though, into score? There he is, Monster Jam fans. How does that translate into scores in comparison to that of your current leader, El Toro Loco, with a 9.280? Let's see. The score for Grave Digger is 9.085. Second place in Monster Jam Freestyle for Weston Anderson in Grave Digger. Score to beat remains Fernando Martinez, El Toro Loco, that 9.280.
You ready? Monster Jam fans, it is time to introduce our next truck. So I got a little help here in the stands. I need you to welcome Jamie Sullivan.
Sparkles Man!
Let's get it.
Clock is paused, 24 seconds. And she is refired and ready to go.
Let's hear it for Jamie Sullivan, Sparkle Smash. JudgesZone.com. Let's lock in those scores.
Solid job from Jamie Sullivan in Sparkle Smash. But I want you guys to focus up on that video board for a second because we had named Fernando Martinez El Toro Loco as the St. Jude Ambassador of the Night. And directly after that, you Monster Jam fans rallied behind Jamie Sullivan in Sparkle Smash one more time, pushing her total to 59% of the donations. I don't think we've ever had somebody dethroned as an ambassador, but it just happened here. So thank you guys so much for your amazing donations. Your official St. Jude ambassador of the event is Jamie Sullivan in Sparkle Smash. And let's keep our focus up there on that video board right now and see what you guys scored her. 8.264, 8.264, third place currently in the freestyle competition. Solid performance from Jamie Sullivan in Sparkle Smash. We got some amazing fans in this arena right now. Again, thank you guys so much for your amazing support of our partnership with St. Jude Children's Research Hospitals. That's never happened before where we announced a winner and we still got donations after that. So again, your generosity does not go unnoticed and it truly is appreciated. It's time to take a walk on the wild side with Zach Garner. Combination move after combination move from Zach Garner and Wildside. Not making it easy on Fernando Martinez and El Toro Loco, I'll tell you that. Some huge air with 3 seconds remaining.
Let's hear it for Zach Garner, Wildside. Scoring is open, New Jersey. Let us know what you think, JudgesZone.com.
An impressive way to end it here in Monster Jam Freestyle. Zach Garner in Wildside. Oh, what's going on over there? A little bit of dominance, I see. What is going on between Gravedigger and Bailey Circuit? Let's hear it for Zach Garner, an epic freestyle. Solid way to end it. Let's see what you guys thought. Scores are locked in. Let's take it up to the video board. 8.503. So third place in the freestyle competition, but that means the winner of Monster Jam Freestyle, Fernando Martinez, El Toro Loco. Now that's 8 more points added to his total score in pursuit of the BKT overall event championship. But was it enough? We're going to add up the scores of our winner. 7 in the JCB racing competition, 8 in the two-wheel skills challenge, 7 in the freestyle competition, for a total of 22 points. Your BKT overall event champion is, for the second time this weekend, Weston Anderson, Gravedigger. Newark, New Jersey, he does it again. The second victory for the black and green wrecking machine. The first one was last night. And here we are again. Weston Anderson taking the win, bringing it home for his Gravedigger fans and for each and every one of you here in New Jersey. Let's hear it for him.
Weston Anderson, everybody, Gravedigger, your overall event champion. Again, I gave you the trophy. I'm going to give you the mic so you can talk to your fans.
Man, Newark, I've been coming here every single year of my career, and all I gotta say is you fans are electric, man. Every single time this black and green wrecking machine hits the track and I drive the way I drive is from my heart for you fans, man. Y'all have supported Team Gravedigger for 44 years, and you know what? I ain't going nowhere anytime soon, baby. Here's the 44 more in Gravedigger, baby.
Weston Anderson, everybody, your overall event champion, Gravedigger.
We're going to do Fernando, right?
Well, we have our freestyle winner here. Fernando Martinez. How did you think today went? You know, I know we're dealing with different dirt than we did in Florida, so what do you think?
Yeah, if I could sum up the first half of this event for us, not very good. I wanted to represent so well for you guys. A todos mis Latinos, that freestyle, that was for y'all, baby. Every single person in these stands wearing that Toro Loco merchandise, you guys make my heart flutter every time I come out here. So freestyle, that was all for you guys. Hopefully I made up for tonight.
Fernando Martinez, everybody, your freestyle winner, El Toro Loco. Thank you, New Jersey. I love you.
Congratulations one more time, Weston Anderson and Gravedigger securing now 2 BKT overall event championship wins. I'm joined now by my new friend, Josh. Do you have fun today? Do you have fun? Yes! Yes! You want to help me close out the event? Yes. All right, so here's what we're going to do. Ready? All right, everyone. I hope you guys had as much fun as we did. On behalf of Jabari Thomas, I'm Christina Moore, and from all of us here at Feld Entertainment, here's what I want you to yell. Jam. Here we go. That was Monster Jam. Thank you, everyone. Have an awesome night.
The keys in the ignition, so drivers fire your engines. It's a battle to the end. Never give up, no, never give in. It's grit and guts, dirt and dust. Get out your seat and put your hands up. Let's ride, we got the green light. It's a party in the pit tonight. Let's ride, let's go. This is how we roll on tires that are larger than life. Doesn't matter where you're from, it's running through your blood. Time to get loud, everybody buckle up. You waited, now you made it to the greatest show on dirt. It's the Monster Jam, yeah. It's wheelies and backflips, donuts and burnouts and walk-ins. Full throttle, head to head. You be the judge of which truck's gonna win. Let's ride, we got the green light. It's a party in the pit tonight. Let's go, this is how we roll on tires that are larger than life. Doesn't matter where you're from, it's running through your blood. Time to get loud, everybody buckle up. You waited, now you made it to the greatest show on dirt. It's the Monster you say jam, monster, monster. Hey, when I say monster, you say jam, monster.